Hey guys, what is up? Today I'll be going over how to make game passes, how they work, and how to use them. First of all, go to your game on the Roblox website. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. And you're going to go to Create tab, you're going to find it. And over here you're going to create game pass. And I'm just going to go for a jumping stick man image. I'm going to save this image. I'm going to use this image for the icon because it's going to be double jump. And the description is with this fancy game pass, you can jump twice as high. Alright, so now let's preview. Alright, verify upload. And let's go to configure in the sales. And I'm for sale. Let's put for 15 Robux. Save. Now let's go to Roblox Studio in our game. Well, actually, let's go back to Create tab. Go back. Go to General and save. Right. Now, up here, you'll see these numbers. Copy and paste them. Well, copy them. And now in the in Start UI, let's add Screen UI. This is going to be called the Double Jump Julie. Now let's add a frame. Let's put it down here. Let's make it a little bit big. Now we're going to set the, well actually let's add a text button here. Now let's set the, let's set the frame's background transparency on. Let's go ahead and roundify this with the plugin that you can find in the toolbox if you don't already have it. And that one side, well actually we're going to rename the roundify to roundify. Rename the frame to main frame. Rename the button to buy. And there. Alright, so now inside the roundify we're going to add a UI gradient. This is just to make it look that much better. So in the properties, while you have it selected, click to color, click the three dots. I'm going to make mine a nice blue color. So on the left one, you get a nice blue color. On the right side, you get a little bit of a brighter blue color. Now press close. Now set the rotation as 270. Yep, 270. Now in the button itself, you're gonna use text scale to true, text color to white, and the text is going to be double jump, all capitals. The font is going to be Source Sans bold, like that. Looks really good. Let's rename the UI gradient to gradient. Now inside the buy button, let's add a local script. Let's do script.parent.mouse button, we'll click connect function. And outside the script, I'm going to write credits, plan, and I'm going to put, the code site YouTube. I'm going to set some vars for PS equals game service. This is what you're always going to use when you're using game passes and dev products and stuff. Let's do local game pass ID equals these numbers. Alright, so now let's do local player equals game non-player style. So now inside the script we're going to do nps prompt Game Pass purchase. Inside here, we're going to put player, comma, and then the Game Pass ID. Now if you go ahead and test this out, you'll see that when you click this, it will prompt the purchase. But first of all, let's go into plugins, and you guys should go ahead and get the auto scale white. It is free. And this way, if you're on any device, it is still scaled the same way, so it will appear like it is right now, but in the real game on any device as well. So let me just see here, and back. So now let's go ahead and give it a playtest. That's just my autosave failing. My bad. Now let's click double jump. Because we created the game pass, we already have it. But we're jumping normally. How do you make it so when you jump, you have double jump if you have the game pass? Only people who have the game pass have it. Well, for that, let's go into a server script service and add a normal script. Let's call this the game pass handler. Let's do credits. I am stoppable command. Oh, there. Right. The code site YouTube. And now we're going to drop two lines on the do bars local MPS equals game get service marketplace service. Local game pass ID equals the numbers. Let's do game.players.playerAdd. We're going to connect into a new function. Nothing needs to be passed. And actually, let's pass player. So now what this is this is the ID for the Game Pass. This is Marketplace service, which you use for all monetary things. Let's drop a few lines and let's do, how about user owns Game Pass function. Inside started UI, we actually need to label this. Let's drop another line. Let's do prompt game pass function. Now here inside this function, let's write if nps user owns game pass async. Let's do player comma game pass ID, and then but up here before we even have after game pass ID, let's drop two lines and add some humanoid bars or variables, whatever you want to call them. Let's do local humanoid equals game.players all player dot character wait for child humanoid with a cooldown time of 2 or game.workspace game.players all player dot name colon full colon wait for child humanoid with a timeout of 2 as well. So now down here you'll do this checks if the user owns the Game Pass because it checks if it's the player and the Game Pass ID, which is the Game Pass ID, as you can obviously tell. So now what we're going to do is humanoid.jump power equals 100 because I believe the default is 50. Not sure. We're going to disable this and we are going to play. You'll see why I disabled it in a second. So now what we are going to do is, what is our default jump power? Is 50, so it's going to be 100. And so yeah, let's just go ahead and make this undisabled. And let's do local player right here. Equals game.players.player. Let's get rid of this line of code. Let's put local humanoid equals player.character wait for child noise with a timeout of 2. Or game.workspace player.name. Wait for child humanoid with a timeout of 2. So now the way this works, when you use the square brackets, we set a variable for the player. It'll have the name of the player, and the name of the player is always the same name of the character. You're going to do game.workspace, and you're going to look for the player's name, which is the model name. You're going to wait for child humanoid with timeout of 2, obviously. So now this should work. Let's go ahead and run the game. Let's see if it works. Hopefully we should not get any errors, but we did. Interesting. Let's actually get rid of the or statement and just have the game.workspace player.name. We have yet another error. Let's get rid of these variables. Inside of here, let's do player.character .jump power equals 100. As you can see, scripting can be a little bit tricky, and that's why you have to experiment and find things out. Even experienced players will have trouble like this. Player common game pass ID. That's all. If PS coin user owns game pass AC. I'll just go to the dev form. Roblox. And let's look at in the search bar. User owns game pass AC. So now let's see if there are user owns game pass AC. Now let's look at the dev form here. Oh, I see what we did wrong. We knew player.user ID. Now let's see if it works. Oh. Oh yeah, just need to get rid of that. That's just to experiment. Let's go ahead and test this out. And this is a little bit of a long video, but it's also pretty short. So as you can see, because we have the game pass, because we're the owner, we have double jump. But say you want to make a double walking speed game pass. Let's go to create. And let's go to your game. I have quite a lot of games. Sorry. Let's do create game pass. And let's add a game pass. Let's find an image. Stick man. This image is, it's not square, so it's not good. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm going to save image as. Save. I'm going to close out here. Now let's choose the file as this. Let's do two times speed. This speed game pass, you can run twice as fast. That's slowpoke. Verify upload. And let's go to the game pass configure. Let's go to sales and let's enable it. Let's sell it for 5 Robux this time. Save. Now go to general. You're going to copy these numbers yet again. Here we go. And what we're going to do is get out that local script. Also name this to prompt script. Anyways. Now this is called use your own game pass function for 2 times jump. Equal jump. Alright, so now let's see here. And let's do game.players.player add connect function player. If mps user on game must pass async player user id comma run game pass id, then player character humanoid walk speed equals 32. Now let's define the local run game pass ID. Now let's paste the numbers. As you can see, this would completely work. But say from the last episode, if you wanted to have a shift to sprint, but if you want to have a shift to sprint function, but it sets your walk speed to 32, but if you have the game pass, you're already at 32. Let's go ahead and go over that. So now this is done. Let's just go ahead and test it out just to prove that it works. Oops, we actually do have an error. With a timeout of 2. Let's try this again. Let's wait. 1, 2. No errors, so it should work. As you can see, we are walking pretty fast. Let's go over how to make the shift the sprint. And what we're going to do is, well, let's copy and paste this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. From games for 2 times speed. And down here, I'm going to set, how about local speed function. Alright, so now let's do game.players player added connect function pure. If pure local owns game pass for speed equals instance.new bool value inside the player. Let's do this name equals that in parentheses. Now as you can see, actually, let's copy and paste this. Let's delete it. What did I do? Did I copy and paste the wrong one? Yes, I did. So let's copy and paste the bomb function and then delete it. We're going to copy and paste it up here. Now in here, what we're going to do is, so we're going to find here, let's do player dot, oh no. Player dot owns game pass for speed value equals true. So now in the starter player, we are going to add a local script into the starter character scripts. And by the way, you can skip the video if you don't want to have a shift sprint function to works. Players have the game pass, so you can just go ahead to the next video or wait for me to upload a new video. If you want to stick around and see how to do this, you can just stick around. Let's call this the sprint. No, shift to sprint. I was about to call it sprint to shift. That'll be off. Let's do local UIS equals game calling get service. Local player equals game loggers. Let's drop 2 lines and let's do UIS dot input. Oh no, that's wrong. We have the wrong service. Let's get user input service. Let's do UIS dot input begin. Connect into a function with key, and we're going to have if key dot key code equals none dot key code dot left shift. Then we're going to do if player dot game pass for speed dot value equals true. Then go ahead and make sure I have the right name. Once game pass for speed. Yep, that's right. What we're going to do is local equals game dot workspace player dot name wait for child node. We're going to do dot walk speed equals 61. Add a timeout of 2. And here we're going to do an else. We're going to do dot walk speed equals 32. Let's copy and paste this. Let's do dot input and then minus dot input and then yep, that's right. Let's do it. Then clearly value equals 32. Be set to 32 and this will be 16. So now this should work, but we'll probably have an error or two just because I'm not a professional scripter. Now album blocks and people practice this before taking all their takes and stuff, so it is absolutely perfect. But I like to show you that it's okay to make mistakes. But in this case, we did not make mistakes, and we actually did everything correctly. So that is how you would go about doing it. And the prompt, the double speed, you would basically just copy and paste this, and instead of this ID, you would put the ID for the speed game pass. You would just change the frame's position so it would be above it or to the side or whatever. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye!